In the dunes of Crimson Wastes, you can find the Red Pandas. Starting with the Rai, you'd think with it being classified as a fire-fighting Illuvial, that Rai would always have been focused on nothing but damage. You're right nowadays, but that wasn't always the case. The Red Pandas for years trained to be a supportive fighter, sharing their strength with their allies as their main objective. However, this got them overlooked. Other allies always got the spotlight without any props or thanks being given to the Red Pandas. This new generation of Red Pandas train much differently. They've become more self-centered, focused on techniques that would make themselves the star of the battle, even if they have to play dirty. They don't share stats with the team anymore when they get ramped up in battle. If left alone to ramp up, becoming an unstoppable fighter. But if surrounded quickly, could be shut down before it gets the chance to shine. When Rai is young, it enjoys training but doesn't understand the pressure of getting into the spotlight. This all changes when it ascends into Rai-Lu. Rai-Lu becomes more aware of the state of battle. When it sees its allies fall all around them, they know this is their chance to shine, attacking faster whenever an ally falls, trying to be the last one standing, trying to be the one to clutch, trying to be the one to get the glory. It sounds terrifying, but this isn't even the Red Panda's final form. After getting tons of battle experience, maybe it stands out as the hero, or maybe it sees that there's an opportunity to shine brighter. It gets excited, full of energy, and ascends to Rai-Lee, breaking the mold of a traditional fighter by not just relying on strength, but also the elements, specifically electricity. As Rai-Lee fights, lightning bolts rain all around it. Rai-Lee could be fighting a target in front of them, then shocking another opponent far away from them that happens to be shooting at them, putting on a spectacular show. If Rai-Lee does end up falling, at least you'll know that Rai-Lee gave you everything it had. Here's some tips to get the most out of your Red Pandas. Fighters are naturally competitive, even against their own teammates. If you pair multiple fighters onto the same team, they'll work harder to show up the other fighters, so they'll attack faster as a result. While Rai-Lee is on the field, you can help train Shock and Templar traits on your Ranger depending on what weapon you happen to be using. Personally, I love using the Strike Boomerang bonded to a Cuculus, so my Ranger also becomes Shock Templar. If you wish to train Templar even further, pair up with a Fernite or Blasonite as well to become the ultimate clutch duo. If you want to train Shock further, there are other Illuvials attuned into electricity that Rai-Lee can learn from. Pair Rai-Lee up with a Squid, a Tibiruko, or both. And my last tip in regards to positioning here for your Red Pandas, even though they're an up-close fighter, position them at the very, very back on the start of the arena battle. This way, your Red Panda is going to be one of the last ones to enter the fight, so it's not likely going to be targeted very, very early, and it could give it some time to ramp up and become unstoppable. Looking to get a Rai for yourself but not sure what stats to look for? Here's the stats you should look for to know if you got a good one. Since the Red Pandas focus on up-close fist fighting, attack damage and attack speed should be the main focus for getting the most out of your Rai. However, with it also being a frontliner, it is going to be catching a lot of strays, so we do also want to make sure that we have high health and high resistances as well onto your Rai. Omega power is also pretty good because it will affect how much damage and health your Red Panda steals on Omega. And then if it has movement speed, that's nice, but it's not the end of the world if it does. If this video helped you at all, I ask that you do drop a subscription here on the channel. There's going to be many more videos coming around the corner to help learn about the rest of the Illuvials and even more Illuvium-based content. And if you happen to be fueling up for your next Illuvium adventure and wish to support me a little bit, I have a referral code for the Illuvidex that you can use in your profile. Use code SILEN, and when you make purchases, I get a little bit of a kickback too to help keep fueling my Illuvium adventures as well. Good luck with your training, Ranger.